It had been a while since we'd gone on a nice proper bike ride. In fact, Alibag had been the last one we'd done, which was more than half a year ago. So welcome back to my channel, and you joined me and Aryan on our way to Mumbai, and as you can see, the fog is absolutely mental. It was so thick that we couldn't see more than a few vehicles ahead of us, which meant we had to severely restrict our speed for safe riding. The weather was insanely cold and I'd removed my jacket's thermal layer because I'd gotten really hot waiting for Aryan to show up at the meeting point, but regretted it as soon as we set off. The cold was devastating and it took a while for my body to get used to the temperature at that speed. Later on, I even had to stop and clear the action cam cover's lens because of the crazy amount of muddy dew that had formed on it. Things got better when the sun came up and we could really get the speed up, and some pleasant warmth started creeping in as well. We stopped by a little after Lonavala to admire the amazing valley view and soak in some extra warmth. I think my bike looks really sick with the touring bag on the back. It's one of my favorite looks. Aryan's R15 of course looking really amazing as usual with his tasteful mods, which I will be covering properly in a different video as well. It took us around 3 hours 45 minutes or so to reach Navi Mumbai from Pune because of the whole fog situation, and it took us another hour and 15 to reach Worli, which is where we were staying, since one of my mom's closest friends had kindly let us stay in a flat there, which made the whole trip so much easier and smoother. Soon we reached, but we were super hungry and also super tired, and in fear of evening traffic, we dumped our luggage at the flat, got the NS out again and headed out to Malad, which is 30 kilometers away from Worli, to have lunch at Jimmy's. Jimmy's burger is super famous, and obviously I had to order one of the most outrageous things on the menu, the 7-inch pork jawbreaker. It's by far the best burger I've ever had, and yes, I did finish the whole thing along with half a plate of bacon and cheese onion rings and a delicious hazelnut cold coffee. One of the best lunches I've ever had.
Last bite. Damn. क्या capacity है?
We headed back to the flat and had a nice afternoon sleep afterwards. At night we were both still so full that we skipped dinner and headed to Marine Drive, which was an easy 8 kilometers away. It's one of my favorite places to just chill in Mumbai. It's too cool. Once I'd ridden to Mumbai on my bike just because I missed Marine Drive. True story. Aryan accidentally dropped his helmet here and broke the visor attachment mechanism, but he got it replaced for 80 rupees the next day in a nearby helmet store. We were using one bike to get around within the city to save fuel, which was definitely a good idea. Yeah, so we just woke up. We've both taken our separate shits because those burgers didn't get digested very quickly, so had to be thrown out via 2 shits. And he was sleeping inside because he needs the fan on 1 and I need both fans on 5. So we're still quite kind of sleepy, but now we're gonna head out. Aryan is having his energy bar in slow motion. I don't know why he thinks he's in a commercial.
Wow.
The next day we headed out for breakfast to Leopold Cafe, and we were also going to be joined by our mate Ayush, who is a medical student and stays at a hostel in Mumbai itself. Leopold Cafe, as we know, is one of the places where terrorists opened fire during the 26/11 attacks, and signs of this are still visible to this day in the form of bullet holes in the walls. The rest of the cafe has quite a nice retro look, and the ambience is quite nice, especially with the seasonal Christmas decorations. The food is decent but is wildly overpriced. The mutton keema and pav was tasty though. The portions look very large here, but in reality they're not, because the pots have very thick false bottoms. Phoenix Palladium Mall was our next destination, and it was really nice to visit this place since the last time I'd come here was with my granddad around 10 years ago. For lunch we went to Bora Bora duty free on Juhu Beach, where the vibe was crazy and the food was also really good. Had a great time chilling here with Ayush and Aryan, and it was a great concluding experience to an amazing trip in Mumbai. One thing I didn't like here is that the waiter and manager both refused to remove the crazy 240 rupee service charge, which restaurants are obligated to remove if the customer wishes, as the service charge is basically a tip which you can't force the customer to pay. Bad mark for Bora Bora. After that, we reached home at around 12, packed our bags, slept, and left for the ride back to Pune at 7 AM the next day. It was an amazing trip. If you enjoyed this ride video and my trip vlog, do leave me a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments the places I missed and should have gone, so I can go there when I go to Mumbai next time. If you enjoy my content, if you subscribe to my channel, that would mean an awful lot to me.
Tasteless.
Try Apple?
नको.
Ride safe, and I'll see you in the next video.